Now, Israeli forces have pushed into a densely populated area of Gaza City as they continue their ground operation to capture Gaza's main urban centre. More than 60 people were reported killed on Wednesday. Several explosions were seen over the Gaza Strip in the last few hours, as eyewitnesses say dozens of Israeli tanks and military vehicles have entered the Sheikh Radwan district. Israel says their objective is to free their hostages and defeat up to 3,000 Hamas fighters in what they describe as the group's last stronghold. But the operation has drawn widespread international condemnation. Meanwhile, thousands of Palestinians have fled south in search of relative safety. Aid groups and UN agencies say the humanitarian area created by Israel in southern Gaza is heavily overcrowded and is insufficient to support the roughly 2 million Palestinians who are expected to cram into it. A UN spokesperson described the conditions for people fleeing Gaza City and stressed that issuing displacement orders does not absolve Israel from the responsibility to protect civilians.
The Israeli army once again ordered people to leave Gaza City within the next 48 hours and move south along a temporary passageway on the Salah ad-Din road, which is the one that runs through the center of the Gaza Strip. Thousands of people continue to flee amid active hostilities. Roads, as you can well imagine and as you've seen, are congested, people are hungry, and children are traumatized.
Well, let's speak to our Middle East correspondent, Yulan Nell, in Jerusalem. Yulan, just tell us more about what is known on the latest of the ground operation at the moment.
Well, it has been difficult to get up-to-date information out of Gaza City because phones are mostly down and the internet has been cut. That appears to be because of Israeli strikes in the city. But what we've been hearing about this area of Sheikh Radwan, was a crowded neighborhood of northern Gaza City. Residents there saying that they've had dozens of Israeli tanks and armoured vehicles that have been moving in there. That has been a main focus of this Israeli ground operation. And it does seem now, according to locals, that the Israeli military has control of one of the main roads that goes between the north and south of Gaza City, right in the middle of the city, that the expectation is that that could be the way that ground forces push into the heart of Gaza City in the coming days and weeks. They've said that that is the nerve center of Hamas, and they've said that they expect to encounter in kind of guerrilla warfare several thousand Hamas and Islamic Jihad fighters when they make their way into the heart of Gaza City. According to the Israeli military, about 400,000 Palestinians have left Gaza City since they announced about a month ago the start of this new ground offensive, or said that they were going to be pushing ahead with this and started ordering people to leave. And that means that people have been continuing to flee to the south. We were just hearing from a local freelancer who works with the BBC that one woman had been killed, somebody who was displaced from the very north of the Gaza Strip, having just recently gone on this evacuation to the south, and saying that there is a real danger here because many of the places that people are being told to relocate to and the routes they're being told to use bring them in close contact with Israeli army positions and with obvious dangers. So it's not really, clear where things go from here. We do know that there was, according to Israeli media, a meeting between the Israeli minister, Ron Dermer, who looks after the negotiations file, and President Trump's Middle East envoy, Steve Witkoff, in London yesterday, trying to get Qatar to restart its mediation efforts between Israel and Hamas. There had been talk going on of a comprehensive deal to free all of the remaining hostages and bring a ceasefire ultimately to end the war. There are also reports in Israeli media in the past day saying that Israel is planning to really push ahead with this ground offensive. It doesn't see that there is any other way. It doesn't believe that there is a chance for a new ceasefire deal at this stage.
OK, Yulan Nell, thank you very much indeed for that update there live in Jerusalem.